said Pokémon aren't real? This is a sea-dwelling nudibranch, and it hijacks poisonous prey. Found from the coasts of the Philippines to Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands to the Red Sea, nudibranches come in a stunning variety of shapes and colors. But before you start dreaming of collecting and training them, you might like to know that they are full of poison. What are nudibranches exactly? Where do they get their venom from? And how can they regrow their hearts? Prepare to be dazzled as we bring you the incredible nudibranch. Not to be confused with nudie beaches. Nudibranches are small, oblong, or flat mollusks without shells. They come in a host of hypnotic colors like those in a child's picture book. They often have a tiny horn and a pair of highly sensitive tentacles on top of their heads to help them detect their prey. Nudibranches have feathery gills on the outside of their bodies, which is how they got their name. Nudi means naked, surprise, surprise, and branches means gills. There are about 2,000 known species. They live in coral reefs, underwater caves, and even under thin ice sheets in the Russian Arctic. And we're constantly discovering more of them. Nudibranches measure between 0.63 centimeters and 30.5 centimeters in length. But as mollusks without protective shells, they have to be creative to survive. Their bright colors may seem irresistible to humans, but to their predators, they are a warning of toxicity. And these clever creatures don't even make their poison. Nudibranches are nature's body snatchers. They hijack and eat jellyfish and other poisonous animals and steal the prey's venom-producing cells. Then the mollusks concentrate them in their bodies. It makes these mollusks even more poisonous than their prey. Nudibranches also eat sponges, corals, and barnacles. It's this varied diet that gives them their bright colors. But why don't they die from eating all that poison? Nudibranches convert the poisonous chemicals into less toxic versions that don't harm their organs. And they are very good at coping with poisons on the outside of their bodies, too. If they get stung, the mollusk's outer coating is a carbohydrate called chitin that deflects the sting. And if you think that's about as cool as any flamboyant little sea slug can get, there's more. Some nudibranches can separate their heads from their bodies. It's kind of like a lizard dropping its tail at will, except that these mollusks are way more extreme. They choose to lose their heads and then regrow 85% of their body mass within as little as 2 weeks. Now there's something to lose your head over. The decapitated head of some nudibranches can continue to feed on algae. Eventually, the wound heals and the head of the mollusk will regrow new vital organs like kidneys, intestines, and even a heart. Ah, they're wild little nudibranch hearts. Too bad their love is poisonous. But this process of self-amputation is not as fast as a lizard's. It takes several hours. That makes scientists think that it can't be a defense mechanism against external predators. I mean, with all that poison stored in their bodies, they kind of had that covered. Losing essential organs and body parts is more likely a way to rid themselves of parasitic infection or a buildup of toxic chemicals. They might also self-decapitate to detangle themselves from algae. If their clever little life hacks haven't impressed you yet, let me tell you about tamjamine. And no, it's not a musical instrument they've mastered, although that would really make my day. It's a chemical molecule some nudibranches get from the food they eat. Tamjamine stops cancer from reproducing in human cells, including tumors. Nudibranches are a rich source of tamjamine. Guess where this is going? There's still a lot more to learn about these beautiful creatures, but with climate change and overfishing threatening the nudibranch's way of life, it's a race against time. Nudibranches are one of many animals impacted by human activities. Do you know there is so much waste washing up on our beaches that hermit crabs are replacing their shells with garbage? Check out our episode on hermit crabs to find out more. Stealing other creatures' venom and regrowing their hearts is what nudibranches do, and that's why they're crazy creatures.